Well, alright then, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Our last episode, well really we're just doing a lot of digging. Doing a lot of digging, a little bit of building. We're going to destroy this cot, move it over by one, just because now we have a number of loud sleepers, and they get annoyed by the other snoring. Which, you know, who are they to complain? But whatever. That's the situation we've got here. So let's finish prioritizing that. We're running low on clean water. This is a problem. That's why we've got this whole, this whole situation trying to pump as much dirty water into these purifiers as we possibly can. Let's copy settings onto that one. So we got these three purifiers and they're going at it. That's about all we can really do right now. Until we, build more of them. And probably build more pumps. We could probably stand out more pumps. This circuit is really getting overloaded. All of our circuits are getting kind of overloaded, actually. That's the trouble. That's the trouble that we got. We probably should use, more of these, but I don't fully understand how they work. These power transformers. So, if we don't really know how they work, it's kind of hard to plan and prioritize with them and all of that. That's king cups. And then I think 2 is the correct diameter, otherwise Groundsel is going to be a bit peeved. So we'll find out before we carry on. Got Bluebell. Getting de-stressed a little. Health. Calories, everything seems okay. Groundsel is a little close, it seemed like. But at the same time, he's not grumpy, so I guess we can live with that. Let's put another cot over there. Add a mess table to our hall. And our hatch is just kind of doing its job. Chewing stuff up, hopefully dropping coal. Hard to even tell. We got plenty of generators running. Building lack resources. Micro musher. What are we low on? We're low on lice loaf. Can't do that. So we'll set that to mush bars. The food sucks. Let's not pretend otherwise. The food here is bad, but our farm is kind of sluggish. We'll set a sweep command, and let's dig up this algae. And in fact, let's release the morb. This guy is our next little project. Actually, we will cancel those dig orders for now. Yeah, see, it gives off polluted oxygen. We want that polluted oxygen. We really do. So we can clean polluted oxygen. That's an option. And if we do so, well, then we have oxygen. And we could always use more, especially because our oxygen generation is pretty poor. There's plenty of polluted oxygen up here. We should actually use this as our template for figuring out how to solve this problem. So we've got air deodorizers. We'll just polluted oxygen out. That seems to be the only option for doing this. So, yeah, that seems to be it. Luckily, we do have some pretty high concentration areas. So we're not completely screwed. This is like the highest concentration. I'm almost thinking we start pumping some of this in. It's like pipe this into this system. And yes, it's polluted. Oh well. This filter is just taking anything that isn't, well, anything that isn't hydrogen, which is mostly going to be oxygen and a little bit of polluted oxygen. This whole system is just, you know, it's the carbon dioxide that the generator gives off. Just dump it into here and hope for the best. So what we can do is let's just go straight to the pump. We have a gas pump. I'm gonna build it way up here. In fact, way up here. And yes, that might prove to be a bit of a power situation. There we go. And get some gas piping involved as well. We want our gas piping to be efficient. And let's see. Gonna slide over here and drop it right there. So it'll never hit this one, but that's fine. And as we like build our way up here, which I think that's going to be our like next direction, is to build our way up a little more. We should prioritize all this stuff because this is going to be kind of useful. These, and all this. The actual like dig itself, that can wait. This will introduce polluted oxygen. That sucks. You know, that's not something that we're super fond of. So let's stay ahead of the curve with an apothecary. So this will allow us to make some medicine that people can then take whenever they're sick. Should help prevent having to use these rejuvenators very much. We'll just like queue a couple of them up, dump them in this storage compactor along with anything else that we have. And yeah, we should be fine there. Hopefully this wire is reachable. And like this is dirty, but it's breathable. And this is a very breathable area. It's just polluted. You know, we can live with that. I mean, people might get sick, but that's what that's for. That's what those are for. Like, we have a good med bay now. Like this stuff down here, this is just like unfortunate. Let's see, where's most of this algae? This was a ton of algae. So let's prioritize this level. I don't know why I said it like that. Let's set another job over there. And yeah, our water situation is starting to become a problem. Our clean water situation, I should say. So like this electrolyzer, disable. We are going to start turning things off that consume water. Disable that. There's chlorine gas just around. I think because... that was hand sanitizer. I think because it contains bleach stone. And it just like gives that off. Yeah, just turn off this air scrubber as well. Anything that's taking in water. Like, we want water to be solely used for our toiletries. And if there's clean water down here, we would love to spot it. There's a little bit here, so we can prioritize. Let's prioritize up and not just flat at 6. But don't prioritize that bit. All right, we still got all this dirty water that's pumping out. Yeah, someone has to come and actually disable that. But this will, it won't generate oxygen. Bear that in mind, we're not generating, but we are moving. These are awaiting filtration media. Like, people will get on it. This pump, people will... what is that attached to? What grid is that? That's on this grid. That, generally speaking, makes little to no sense to me. But it'll pump things as we go. Spores. Silver has the spores. So silver needs a rejuvenator. And stress is actually getting really high now. Holly in particular. So what's got Holly so stressed? Interrupted sleep, soggy feet. I think Holly just had a bad day. You know, where's Holly's bed? Don't want to do like any of that. Holly, where are you? There you are. There you are. This is plenty of oxygen here. It's not the best, but it's plenty. Bethany is, you know, the one in the rough spot here. Things are just kind of squishy for some reason. Got this hatch here. It is, I swear, it is just not pooing. Like, we captured you for the explicit reason of getting you to poo. And it's not happening. And, I mean, you can imagine our disappointment here. So this is a rough job for everyone involved. But we're picking up algae. Building lacks resources, micro musher. This one, we don't have it on Lysloaf work. We have it on Mushbar. We have everything on Mushbar duty. And we really need to talk to these duplicants about cleaning up after themselves. Because they're just leaving like half-eaten mush bars lying around. Alright. Got lots of little bits to sweep up. Insufficient oxygen generation. We're close, and we got this pump just rolling. So where's our gas pipe? Which means this system is backed up. Oh, because they're going for that vent. You know what? I don't think it'll work. I was thinking we could could like connect it here instead. And then like pump a little bit up, pump a little down. Let's try that. You know, we're experimenting. We're adventurers. We don't know what we're doing. And then set a deconstruct. Because we want this view. Deconstruct those three. And prioritize building those. So yeah, the moment we deconstruct, gotta worry about that. Picked up a little slime to send to the distillery. I mean, our oxygen generation, it's getting so close. Like every time we're almost at the level. Yeah, this pump has no liquid anymore. That is a serious problem. We are running out of water. So let's just disable this one for the time being. And don't know how we're gonna handle this. Like, we got this dig. This will give us access to a little bit more clean water. But really, we just need to get this going. And we've got a blocked pipe. So why is this pipe blocked? Well, there's only so much this can do. So, yeah, these are awaiting filtration media. These are high priority. Any opportunity you get, like, do that. And we'll also connect these. Seven. We'll connect them so that, you know, the dirty water pump that feeds those, sweep, not mop, will also flow into this bit of the system. So maybe it'll come down to this liquid pump, but hopefully it will instead kind of flow up. Or it might all get horribly confused, horrifically confused. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. All I know is that we are doing our best to keep the oxygen moving, get some water going. Because right now, like, these loos are ready, but not enough, and not. It's going to go bad. This could be like how we start to fall apart as a colony. So we got Holly is really stressed. Holly, why are you not using a massage table? What do you have against massage tables? Stress. Soggy feet, low oxygen, decor expectations. Decor. What is your expectation? 30. Well, here's your problem. Holly's in kind of a rough spot. Silver is still dealing with the spores. Holly's like our first. Holly's been around since the beginning. So I can kind of understand the stress. You know, you're dealing with newbies. I can kind of understand that. At the same time, like, get it together. Because we do not want our colony to collapse. We've got one more cycle before our next duplicant shows up. Folks are eating, keeping clean as best as they can. Got a high oxygen concentration that will hopefully spread out a little more. This is just terrible. This is terrible. We've basically given up on getting the morb right now. Like, people should just come up here. You know, this is actually like a lower concentration, but yeah, we're not generating enough, but we're moving it around a fair bit. Like, this is getting overpressurized, so then it starts coming down in here. And that gets good. You know what? Deconstruct those. Because this is starting to like create a backlog. Because it keeps wanting to go there. But that means that this pump is blocked. Which means that we can't use this hydrogen generator. Even when there is hydrogen there. Which there currently won't be because we haven't toggled the electrolyzer yet, but we will. This liquid pump doesn't exactly have much liquid to pump. And our algae system is... Okay. So we need to decorate. Our algae system, or our plumbing system, whatever. Our systems are all a mess right now. We're having a bunch of problems, just in general. So, what can we do in terms of decor? What can we do, like, right now? Like, in the immediate term? Well, we can build more paintings. Drop one here. Can't drop one there, but we can put one here. And this area is actually pretty nice. We'll put one here. We're just like throwing a bunch around the base at this point. Let's add some lighting where we can. Let's throw one here. Throw some here. And yes, this will take more power, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh boy. I'm giving out the long exhale because we're coming into cycle 69 and it is not nice. This has been going for 12 hours. This is an old colony at this point. You know, we've had a lot going on. And it's hard to say how long this is going to keep going. 69 cycles is pretty long. And so on that metric, I'm kind of proud of how well we've done. We've done really well. But, you know, our goal was, and still is, 63 duplicants in the colony. We're not even halfway there, and we're hitting, like, sizable stress issues. Now, we're kind of diverting our efforts towards fixing them as best as we can. But will that be enough? Hard to say. Especially since we are doing so much dirty work, doing so much difficult work, and running so low on resources. And we keep pulling this water. Let's like prioritize that dig a little bit, just to get it out of the way. you know, we're trying to get this current emergency handled, this water situation, but we are at the point in our run where we have a current emergency. We don't have an emergency, we have a current one. We have just the one that's happening right now. Which is not a good thing. We want to be free of emergencies overall, but you know, outside of that, we also want to, if we're gonna have emergencies, we want to minimize them, is the point. You know, not be dealing with an array of them. You know, or even a hash map, as it were. We're finding plenty of algae, though. The algae that we're getting, that's fine. The water, like, we came down here to get this snow and this ice, and it's not happening fast enough, but we are getting a little bit. If we can, you know, keep dumping water into here, that would be lovely. I mean, we're pumping down as best as we can, and this is pumping out as best as it can. Why has nobody come over here to disable the electrolyzer, please? You know, we decided we don't want it. We want to save the water. Oh well, some things just don't understand. All these blank canvases should really get painted. Let's get on it, gang. Trying to up our decor here. Trying to make this a nicer place to live. Because our stress is getting up there. Holly, take a massage. Take a break. Come on. Holly. What are you doing? Holly is painting. Not the best decorator, though. Terrible digger. Don't know why. Yeah, let's just, you know, keep things going here. Your painting stuff, that's wonderful. What? Snazzy suit. We can make a snazzy suit. Someone who is really stressed out, you get to wear the snazzy suit. That's how it goes. Mediocre painting. Hey, you tried. You tried, Holly. You know? Not sure if someone else made a masterpiece over here, but you know, can't win them all. This has become an interesting situation. How the gas is flowing around right now, but we'll just keep an eye on all this, I suppose. We'll sort it out. Hopefully. Maybe. We might be screwed. Who knows? We'll just, you know, keep this eye out for our next duplicant. Well, first we'll sweep up, because gotta sweep up, gotta keep it clean. We have guests coming. We have Ellie, who does not take up much oxygen. That's nice. But they can't build, and they toot a lot. Now, if that means they give off oxygen, that's wonderful. If that means that they stink, that's not. We have Meep, who won't won't fight. That's honestly perfectly fine. And they're amphibious. Great. Ruby can't dig, small bladder, loud sleeper. No, we're gonna go with Meep. And instead of Meep, so Meep is like the easiest thing to say. There's this one rabbit in Ephrafa that is like the hardest thing to say. The thunthaning, the thunthanang, the thunthanang. We're just gonna call him Theth. It's like his name is Seth, but we have a lisp, almost. But there we go. We've added Theth to our colony. One that is just slowly falling apart. But hopefully it stays slowly, and we can, you know, correct and not just collapse into horror. We'll find out. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe doubly so. But either way, ta-ta for now.